Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're here to talk about Seiko's 1968 Automatic Diver's Modern Reinterpretation, coming in with the reference number SPB079 or SBDC063 for the JDM version of this watch. This particular timepiece was inspired by the 1968 release of the reference 6159. And there is also another modern reinterpretation of that piece that's on the higher end of the scale with a reference number SLA025. This particular watch is the more affordable version of the reissue. Let's talk about the dimensions of this watch. This watch comes in with a case diameter of 44 millimeters, a case thickness of 13 millimeters, a lug to lug of 50 millimeters, with a lug width of 20 millimeters. The dial is matte black that can turn sort of charcoal gray depending on how the light hits it. You have applied hour markers. The 12 o'clock markers feature like a double shield shaped type of marker. The ones on the 9 and the 6 o'clock are single shield shaped type of markers, and the rest of the markers are round, with the exception of the 3 o'clock where you have a date window with the date printed in black text over a white background. You have the Prospex logo printed as well as the text Automatic and Divers 200 meters printed on the dial. For the hands, the hour hand is an oversized broad hour hand shape. This may not work for a lot of people, but I find this particular design charming and makes this watch unique and stand out among its peers. The minute hand is a sword shaped type of hand. The bezel is, I'm not sure what the material they used for this bezel. I tried to find information, but I couldn't. But it gives kind of a glossy feel. The markers on the bezel are either printed or painted, I'm not sure, but it's nicely done. The bezel turns unidirectionally counterclockwise with 120 clicks. The sound is crisp and solid, but I find that there's a little bit of play on the bezel. The crown at 4 o'clock is unsigned, but it's rightly sized, so it's relatively easy to manipulate this watch. And also for the bezel, there are serrated edges, making it easy to grip and easy to turn, even with gloves or even if you have fat fingers. Coming to the case is 316L stainless steel with the finishing on the sides of the case, a high mirror polish finish. What makes this case interesting is the different angles that you will see on this case and the beveled lugs. Look at how the case transitions into the lugs, and look at how the lugs bend ever so slightly downward. You will see that the side of the case, due to the beveled angles, make the mid case sort of very thin, right? And you will see that this is a big factor in making this watch very comfortable to wear. I'll show you a wrist shot later. The mirror polish extends towards the sides of the lugs, but at the top of the lugs you will see the finish in sort of a circular brushing type of finish. The lugs are also drilled, making it relatively easy to switch the straps on this timepiece. Now, for the case back. The case back features the Seiko Tsunami wave engraving with the details of the watch laser etched on the case back. It's also a screw down or screw back case back, so it's easier to service the movement compared with the SLA025, which comes in a monoblock case that only has one ingress into the movement, which is through the front. The movement of this piece is a 6R15 movement that beats at 3 Hertz with a power reserve of the power reserve of 50 hours with specifications pegging it to run between -15 and +25. It features hacking and hand winding, so if you unscrew the crown and you pull out the crown, you'll see the movement stops, which enables you to set the precise time with a reference timepiece. The crystal on this piece is a flat sapphire crystal that has anti-reflective coating from the inside. Now, although in paper this watch is 44 millimeters, I find it to wear a little bit smaller than 44 millimeters. It wears more like a 42 or a 41, I would say. That's primarily because of the shape of the case, which I talked about earlier. Because of the beveled angles here, the mid case is actually quite thin, and when you put it on the wrist, it makes the watch hug the wrist really well. It's also a handsome piece. The bezel is actually a deep blue that's almost black, but in certain lighting conditions, when the light hits it, you will definitely see the blue very well defined. And because of the glossy finish, it even makes it more shiny and eye-catching. The one thing or couple of things that I really would wish the watch would have would be, first, I wish it would come in a ceramic bezel, but obviously that's probably asking a little bit too much given the price point. I think Seiko reserves the ceramic bezels for their higher end pieces. And the second one, it may be just me, but look at that second hand. I find it a little bit too plain, but more than that, look at the counterweight. In my personal opinion, I wish that counterweight, the length of that would be a tad bit longer, because it seems like it's a little bit off from a position centering perspective and from a balance perspective. But it may be just me. It's in no way a deal breaker, but it bothers me a little bit. Now, for when to wear this watch. Obviously, this watch is an automatic diver's 200 meters watch, so you can take this diving, although it's not a professional diver's watch, which I would say should have a minimum rating of 300 meters. This watch is perfect for the beach, for the pool. You can take it snorkeling, take it skin diving. That's what it's used for. However, if you strap this on a leather strap, this watch can easily pass to be worn during business casual or even smart casual occasions. I, for myself, placed it in an Uncle Seiko waffle strap, which is very nice. The stock strap of this is a black silicone strap, which is also very comfortable to wear. Let me show you a wrist shot of this watch, just to give you an appreciation. The loom of this watch is typical Seiko loom, very bright, but doesn't last very long. I'll show you a loom shot at the end of the video. So let me just zoom out a little bit. This is how this 44 millimeter watch wears on my 7.25 inch wrist. There you go. I'll give you last wrist roll before I end this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the thumbs up icon. Thank you for watching. This has been the review of the SBDC063 SPB079 Seiko 1968 Modern Diver Reinterpretation. Till the next time, folks, have a good one. Bye-bye.